Chapter 14. Shri Sadguru said, Thus Purandaradasa came to know of the divine sport of Shri Bhagavan, the Lord Almighty. Greatly moved, he recalled the Leela again and again and started shedding tears. Shri Purandaradasa said, O Saviour of the humble, Govinda, Damodara, my obeisances to you. Madhava, you are the ocean of mercy. You are my only refuge. O Jagannatha, O Lord, resembling the black and fresh rain-bearing clouds, O Purushottama, oblivious of you, I have fallen into the dreadful sea of samsara. Please help me out. Devoid of knowledge and determination, I was swayed by the carnal desires and greed for wealth. I have suffered a lot all these days. When death approaches, what is the use of a house, wife, relatives, and wealth? Then, O Krishna, you are the only refuge. Did you not, O Lord, issue forth from the pillar in the wonderful Narasimha form and protect your devotee Prahlada? Did you not extend your merciful helping hand to Panchali, who was helpless and crying bitterly in the midst of the fully packed assembly at once, showering an endless stream of cloth when she was being disrobed? O Lord Keshava, with limitless mercy, you hurriedly came riding on celestial bird called Garuda and saved Gajendra, the elephant king, caught in the jaw of dreadful crocodile. In the same way, due to your causeless mercy, you have brought me, a miser and a petty soul, ashore out of the endless ocean of worldly life. Govinda, Panduranga, Lord of Devi Lakshmi, please ignore my sins and have mercy on me. Pray give me your darshan and bless me at once. Shri Sadguru said. Thus he was lamenting, heavily heaving deep sighs and weeping due to his devotion to Sri Krishna. He got totally free from all worldly desires and became a staunch devotee. He left his mansion as splendid as that of Kubera, the Lord of Wealth, and started for Pandaripuram with his wife and children. Shri Purandaradasa had developed implicit faith and detachment and had singing the holy names as his only abiding passion in life. He was happy receiving alms from others, having developed a distaste for all his wealth. Seeing him thus, his kinsmen were grief-stricken. They reminded him of his duties and tried to dissuade him from leaving his house. The relatives said, "O wise Purandaradasa, what you are doing is not correct. Why do you forsake the family property and leave the house? Where will you go now? How can your wife, this virtuous and tender woman, bear the hardships of the long journey on foot? You have given up all wealth and started on your journey with determination. How will you give away your young daughter in marriage? Don't you have the duty of handing over some wealth to your son for his livelihood? He is an innocent, playful child yet. Hence, O Master, please continue to stay in the house decked with riches, as you have been doing so far. Here you can happily mingle with the Bhagavatas and do bhajan on Lord Panduranga." Sri Purandaradasa replied, "Sri Vittala came on his own volition to lift me up from the ocean of nescience. He has saved me, a miser and greedy man. I am not now interested in worldly life. Hence, renouncing my material solution, I am leaving for Pandaripuram in all joy. I do not possess the deep devotion equal to the mercy that I do not possess the deep devotion equal to the mercy that Lord Vittala, the ocean of compassion, showers on me. I have betrayed him with my meager devotion. What benefit do I derive from my home, my riches, and my relatives? I have decided to take shelter in the cool shade of the lotus feet of Sri Panduranga. My wife and children are all blessed by the Lord. He is our sole Savior. Hence, I am giving up all this and happily leaving for Pandaripuram. Please leave me and return to your places, as I am determined in my purpose." Sri Sadguru continued, When the relatives, friends, and others heard Shri Purandaradasa speak thus, all of them started crying bitterly with great sorrow. Lakshmi Bai, the generous and content woman, resembling Devi Lakshmi herself in her beauty and grace, addressed her husband thus. Lakshmi Bai said, "It is advisable for you to give away all wealth to the Brahmanas as per tradition, and then we shall start off to Pandaripuram with our children. O my lord, I wish to distribute the wealth to the Brahmanas who are versed in the Vedas. Hence, please bring home Brahmanas' relatives and poor people." Shri Purandaradasa said, "Oh, don't you know that I claim no right of ownership on these riches? I have nothing to boast as mine. What shall I give away to the Brahmanas? Let them all enter the house and freely take away all the wealth. Let us also happily go to Pandaripuram." Sri Sadguru continued. Thus saying, the selfless man Purandaradasa, who had cast off the feeling of mine and developed unswerving detachment, took the veena in his hand and started to move towards Pandaripuram. The devoted and firm wife that she was, Lakshmi Bai, also along with her children, followed him just as Devi Sita had followed Lord Rama. Thus ends chapter 14, entitled Shri Purandaradasa Charitam of Book 3 of Shri Vaishnava Samhita, composed by Shri Krishna Premi Swamigal.